Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Round 2 Front 9 coverage of the 2022 TruBank Des Moines Challenge presented by Discraft. Jeremy Koling, Paul Yules, the Ulibarri.
There's Yules.
BigBarri commentary, man. And
Hey,
we got Next Day Live coming right up, folks. Something that I found out yesterday, it was that we can stream this coverage. So if you can't be in Emporia, you can watch this at home.
I'm going to stream it while I'm doing it.
That's the smart play.
Thanks.
But it's going to be completely unique to what we're going to see for our normal post-produced stuff. So it's going to be something you want to check out. Go to JomezPro nextdaylive.com to get the tickets. JomezPro.com for merch and all your other JomezPro type of stuff. Kyle Klein is going to be on our feature group. We're doing a second straight feature group.
Yes, this is not lead card. This is a featured group. So Jomez had the opportunity to film whatever card they wanted that another production company didn't have dibs on.
Right.
And then they saw Yules Bears.
They saw Yules Bears. 100% C1 putting first round. Birdie percentage up there. Score up there. We got Tuomas Hyytiäinen. I will get that right. Not a bad score first round with a 4 under. And I believe you guys played 14 holes on day 1 before the action was postponed. Is that correct?
That's right. So we played to hole 11.
Oh, hole 11. So not 14 holes. Okay. And then Chandler Fry rounding out the card. So you guys are out here. You guys are out.
We're out here.
You guys are out here.
Yeah.
But this second round is starting late in the afternoon.
Yeah. So we got out there. It started to finish our round at 7 a.m. And then we got done. We came back at 2:01, I think.
2:01. So your second round of the day, well, first and a half round.
Yeah.
Okay. So hole 1, par 4, 795 feet. This is actually the hardest hole on the course. Big headwind off the tee, making this tee shot very daunting, making it incredibly challenging to reach into.
Yeah. So from what we saw in the first featured group to now, course has completely changed. I mean,
The wind has picked up.
Yeah.
In a big, big way.
That doesn't stop Kyle Klein from getting all the distance.
That is a great shot. That's a good shot in calm wind.
Yeah.
Going Nuco S off the tee. All the space you could ever ask for off to the right side to just trust this out over the OB line. But that actually never even crossed the OB line. That was just a nice straight play, low underneath the limbs.
I ain't trying to live dangerously.
Tuomas is a player who does like to live dangerously from time to time. This guy from Finland has a ton of power.
Hyytiäinen.
Hyytiäinen.
Hyytiäinen. You told me 10 times today. I said it 10 different ways.
And none of them were the right way.
Yeah.
Always fun watching Chandler Fry on coverage. Obviously a big friend of the JomezPro family. And a friend of really anyone he knows.
Friendly fellow. This is drifting.
This is going to be challenging that OB line, but just stays in bounds on the right edge. Nowhere near the position you need to be in to attack this green in 2, so just going to play the hyzer shot out left. That'll work.
Pretty good shot. Really tough to get to a spot where you can make a putt.
That's a good result for the backhand play. Kyle getting really aggressive, challenging the bush line on the green, getting inside the circle. That is really well done. At this point, it's like a head left to right.
Yes.
But mostly just headwind. And this shot never crosses in bounds. That is a huge penalty, unfortunately, for Chandler. Gonna have to pretty much re-throw from the same spot, this time throwing 4. You think he was trying to drift that around the backside to get the birdie?
I think so. I think he got a little greedy, and it caught up to him.
Good check-up forehand approach. Tuomas with a low bid. Big left to right wind there. Hard to get that height right. There is out of bounds behind the pin by about 25, 26 feet long. Chandler drilling the huge bogey save.
There's one thing Chandler can do. It's putt.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal putter from range. He can really get hot with that putter, and right there you can just, I mean, my goodness, that wind, it is severe.
Yeah.
That's frustrating. And this is a scary putt here for the par.
Yeah.
Any putt that's not just a direct tailwind, when you start seeing the feather banners rip like this, it becomes
even this little tap in right there is
anything
like
can happen. Yeah.
Yeah, not a gimme. Gonna have to see it.
As we fly over hole 2, this par 4 is 753 feet, where you just play the hyzer and then throw a forehand approach. It's worth reminding our audience that this card that you're playing with right now is the same card that you played with in round 1. No shuffle. That's why this is a features, because there was just a total chaos with the first round being postponed on Friday to Saturday. So you get really familiar with one group for 66% of the tournament, and Kyle Klein getting really familiar with the best part of the fairway, which is past all the trees.
Very good.
With this big right to left tailwind, you really have the opportunity to hang this wide and just crush a stable driver and try to get as much distance as you possibly can.
This fellow like right here can really pop a disc.
That is huge. Huge shot for Tuomas. Chandler sending it out wide. It's going to be hyzering into a spot where it might be a bit tricky with his backhand approach. Wonder if that will lean him into the forehand as opposed to the backhand that he's more comfortable with. Good ground play, good shot. Leaving you high on the hole. It'll be a downhill tailwind. Going to be challenging these upper limbs. Yeah, and dropping short. A lot of space out there left, but most of it is low. You have to go really wide to get the high ceiling. So Chandler does indeed actually have the backhand, but does not have the height.
Yeah, not great from that position. He wanted a little higher, or even just to catch the edge a little bit. It could have snuck up there kind of by mine.
Kyle playing the forehand, using that ground play to his advantage. And Chandler trying to give it a good run, but look at that thing push with that tailwind and a little bit of a roll. Seemed like a bit of bad break mixed with maybe not the wisest decision from that distance. This is coming back into a headwind, and that is a solid putt for the par. Wow, 2 great putts for Chandler to start the round. Little jumper, left side chains. Very fast putt.
For a very fast putt, it went about 1 mile an hour.
It's a fast putt if you putt it with a normal pace with that tailwind and the downhill slope. Trying to counter those two elements, you released a little bit slower and just missed your line by, I don't know, a foot.
Yeah.
So just the one birdie on hole 2 for Kyle, and we are on to hole 3. Take a look at this fairway as we go down the part that you can see right here. This is the part that you can't see. It's this grouping of about 6 or 7 trees that makes it very difficult to get a clean shot through that gap to this pin, which is on the edge of that hill, which right behind the basket is out of bounds water. This is pulled left, but getting a decent forward skip. This is looking pretty perfect. I'd say if I could take one out of that entire fairway, it's the one you hit.
Dang, we are on the same page, my friend.
I hit the same tree today. Hit the same exact tree. Thought I was home free, not home free.
Yeah.
And that is going to be 2 rounds in a row where we do not get to see anyone outside of this gap, which is showing why it's ranking up there in some of the most difficult holes on the course. Not many birdies, and yet the kicks that you can get off the tee really put you in awkward spots. You can see how thick those trees are all the way through across the fairway, and it makes it just so challenging to get your approach up to the pin if you're not in the right spot. A conservative effort from that range.
Yeah, the green runs towards the water right here as well.
Tuomas with a good effort, and
like if that hits the side of that,
yeah, that's gone.
Let's see here. Kyle's going.
Yep.
That's a nice putt, but right behind it. No, we're not going to get the camera angle. Kind of can see it back there, though. Oh, well, there it is.
Yep. And a bit breezy here. Putting into the headwind is Tuomas's par putt, and he drills that one in. And let's look down on the score and see if our buddy Raven Newsom was able to go practice round, first round, second round, ace. No, he did not.
Dang it.
But that was a pretty cool thing, Raven Newsom with the first round ace, and then finding out that he did the same thing in practice.
Tuomas told me he'd never been on Jomez before. I knew that. And he said he had never had a delay before.
Oh, wow.
A tournament round delay. And I said, well, without one, you wouldn't have got the other either.
Yeah.
So.
Good point.
Yeah, he was awesome to play with. Hole 4, par 3, 472. Over water the whole way. Right to left crosswind. Drop zone's kind of a nightmare. Basically, scary hole.
Basically, scary hole's right. That drop zone is a very challenging 66-foot putt towards the water. Really want to stay in bounds with this tee shot. This is good width for Kyle with this tailwind. Is it swinging enough? I think it is. Oh my gosh, an ace run. Wow, what a shot. You're going ESP nuke. This is also the height that you're looking for. Also probably an ace run. You bet.
Right where you want to leave it.
Yeah, that is a frightening putt, but you are in bounds.
Bounds.
In the bounds.
First round. This man right here almost aced it. I'm talking right next to it. This round almost aced it right next to it.
And just going such a steep hyzer angle doesn't really look like he's throwing too hard. But that disc is traveling every bit of 530 feet with the width that he's going. Just dropping it next to the pin. Beautiful shot from Tuomas. This is low. No, that's not gonna do it.
No. Yeah, you could see right out of the hand it got the little drop. Once it got the drop.
Chandler is a He's an aggressive putter, but that's not enticing enough for even him. And it's not even enticing for you for the birdie.
First one I've laid up all year, probably.
Oh, boy. Making almost second guess that's happened. I mean, inside the bullseye even. Especially when you're above the basket going into a headwind downhill is one of the most awkward putts.
Yeah.
It's just one you don't have an opportunity to really practice. You don't really find an opportunity to really give yourself a practice with that putt unless it's a tournament.
Do you run the putt where I was?
Oh, that's a hard. Oh
It's
boy,
like
I have to feel the wind. You know,
Yeah.
it's it's totally a situational thing. But I have a hard time laying it up from 36 feet.
Yeah,
makes my skin crawl even thinking about it.
gross.
As we look at the island hole 5, par 3, 330 feet. Tuomas is going for the forehand. Big right to left crosswind. I like this shot a lot. Even if it goes long, he's gonna like that result. If you do miss the island, any shot that goes out of bounds goes to a drop zone that's about 75 feet away. Not ideal. This is very wide, but very parked.
Very, very parked.
Are you reading that line and saying you want to do the same thing, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Very overstable disc. Lot of angle. Parked.
Flipped up
Well,
a
that's
little
not
bit.
parked.
Yeah, flipped up a little bit on me there.
I'd say parked is defined by cannot miss. That's going to be an elevated putt into a headwind. Elevated putt.
Chandler stays in barely. Deal. This is where he makes his money, right here on the green. Let's see what he's got. That's why he makes the money.
That is so consistent. Doesn't look like he's at all concerned by any of the wind conditions going on. Not concerned about the elevated basket. Great birdie putt as well. If Tuomas can get good footing here and get a good look at the birdie putt, we could have ourselves a little star frame. No! Oh, heartbreaker. Man, that's frustrating. So he's considering, yeah, he's going to replay the putt as opposed to going down to the water's edge. And that is a really tough result to take. Well, 3 birdies and an unfortunate mishap there on the green from Tuomas. It's going to be a double bogey 5.
Yeah, that's tough. After the park job on the last hole, he's still 3 under par, though.
Yeah, for the event. Sure, and the way that the course is treating the players right now with the wind, under par is pretty good, but we do have some scores starting to get low out there. The conditions were way different on Friday than they were Saturday, so those players that finished their rounds are looking pretty good right now if they took advantage of the opportunity that they had in the lower wind conditions.
Hole 6, par 4. Left to right crosswind. You're going to want to turn it over. This is around 630, 40 feet, something like that. Out of bounds all on that left side.
Kyle doesn't hate it.
That's a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
Gets it over just enough.
Going Mantis. I like this play, trusting the turnover, throwing it flat. It's not going to be too far right, not going to be too far left. Although left is good, but you're getting yourself in position to throw a good open second shot. Chandler's testing that left side out and just puts the brakes on in time. See how Tuomas responds. All the power he has, it's sometimes, what else are you going to do besides let one rip? This could be going out of bounds left. But, I mean, he basically threw it pin high.
Yeah.
That's
Pin
insane. He's going to be looking at the basket on his second shot. That's... Wow. And nice putt to just inside the circle. Might be a weird footing situation coming up.
Early. Chandler.
Chandler. Overstable fairway driver or distance driver. Get a little skip. Didn't quite trust the amount that you want to skip. There is out of bounds down there to the right. Kyle will still have a C2 putt for the birdie.
Yep.
Tuomas coming up a bit short there, but my goodness, you can see how big that drive is. The whole 633, and he threw it pin high.
Yeah. Out of trouble there for Chandler. Kyle from 43 feet.
Wow, that looked low out of the
Didn't
hand.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Just stayed up the whole time, just driven.
Yeah, that was a line drive, man.
Just off left side. Can't really feel the wind in this part of the course, correct? It's pretty well blocked off.
Yeah, there was no wind really right there.
Yeah, you can see these leaves are pretty calm as Tuomas does convert on his par. And Chandler will step up and do the same.
Chandler.
It's fun playing with the same group 2 rounds in a row. Like I said earlier, that was a unique thing going on in this event. Got to see 8 birdies on this hole with my card. It was pretty fun to see double star frame on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I missed it both times. I don't think it... I think Kyle was the only one to get it.
Yeah.
I think he got it both times.
On to hole 7, par 3, 345 feet. Uphill at least 25 feet, though, making this whole play closer to 400. A very big green, and anything that does not land in the mulch area will be a hazard. You really have to commit to the power that this hole requires. Kyle has thrown it. Well, I thought that was going to be parked, but just comes up a bit short. There is a left to right crosswind that a player cannot feel out of this gap. And this is just high enough in the low straight shot right at it. What a throw.
Yeah, just like we drew it up, you know.
You trying to go higher flex?
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody's trying to go high flex.
Yeah, and Chandler's gone a little bit too high, a little bit too much flex, and there you can see that left to right crosswind really come into play.
No, I'm not trying to go high flex. That's the line I want it to go.
Closer to what this is doing.
I'm trying to ace run it. Tell myself to ace run it at that height, you know. Because it's really tough to go OB deep, I feel like.
I would be very, very surprised if anyone has done that. A lot of OB on this side, though. This is a very common place for people who are putting for their pars. And this time, Chandler's putter does not save him. This is a tricky left to right headwind putt for Kyle. Stepping into it and coming up just a bit short.
Zing it like you did the last one.
No doubt. That was a really nice putt on 6. And Tuomas delivering a very nice birdie putt. I always find those downhill right to left wins for right-handers are a very tricky putt.
Yeah.
Going to be difficult to miss this putt after the straight line drive tee shot leaves you about 12 feet. Keeping a clean scorecard is Kyle and Paul thus far. Kyle doing pretty well at 11 under par now.
Yeah, very well.
PSP nuke, tailwind, wide. I like a lot of things about this shot, but it doesn't quite get to flat. If that gets to flat, you're looking at a birdie. It's got the distance, but that's going to be in the thick rough, correct?
I hit something and I stayed on the edge.
Okay.
So
FD3 is what Tuomas goes for. Must be a pretty understable FD3 because that thing is turning over in a really nice way. That is a fantastic tee shot. I was playing with Tristan Tanner, who was throwing a trust. That's a mid-range off the tee and was getting the distance.
yeah, I could see that working out for sure.
Not a common play to go mid-range, but the driver is, but you do get to see the amount of speed that disc comes into the ground as far downhill as this hole plays. Chandler likes the width. I like it too. What a shot from Chandler.
Yeah, that's just buttery goodness.
Lined that one up perfectly. And Kyle was furthest away? Or did we miss your layup?
He went in there and then I just told him to go.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, he was in there doing his thing.
Oh, look at that birdie. And you said this used to be a par 4.
It was down to the left.
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit,
It was okay. Well, huge putt, great drive. What a birdie for you on hole 8. And Tuomas.
Almost got it back-to-back rounds.
Let's go. Three birdies. On
So the first round we had 3 on it as well.
Are you? Did you
Yeah.
get it first round too?
I was in the same spot, yeah. Same.
And you made the putt?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everything was. It was like
2 under on hole 8. You guys are 6 down. That's way better than our group being 8 down on hole 6.
Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Please don't let me into my zone. I just need some time of my own. All these people trying to get a conversation. You can conversate to that tone. My God up on that throne, yeah. So I'm never alone, yeah. Ballin' can't beat me up 'cause I'm back in my zone now.
Climbing the hill with a mantis. And that needs to turn a bit, and it is. Wow. At no point was that not going to be parked. It's going to round out 3 straight birdies. They shoot 4 down on the front 9. It's got to feel pretty good.
feels great. Yeah, I mean that was kind of a laser beam right there.
Mm-hmm. Tuomas, he's got 20 some odd feet left for his birdie. Chandler, this is in danger unless it keeps turning.
It's a comet.
Oh,
so
never mind.
It's not going to do much.
Wow. Okay.
If it does get on hyzer, it's floating 1,000 feet to the left. But
Yeah, that's right.
I've never seen a comet hyzer.
This disc is deciding to hyzer at the end.
Tough break there because we got claps and you don't see it, but we got a green flag for him.
They gave him the green flag.
Yeah, so he's walking up there like, oh no, is that my disc? And then we were like, yeah, dude.
Oh, that is always a heartbreaker. Obviously, you cannot see the pin.
And almost 9 times out of 10, that's what happens. You know, you get the wrong deal,
Yeah.
and then it's like.
So Kyle will finish the front 9 with a bogey. And Tuomas will not finish with a birdie, and he needs to make this now for the par.
Couple pars, 1 bogey, 1 bird. Hey, we shot even on it. The group.
That's not the greatest. You want a birdie hole 9, the third easiest hole in the course. As we take a look here, and look at this. Robert Burge, out of Texas, went to Michigan. Amateur, well, not amateur player anymore, but he played in the collegiate amateurs a few years ago. He is now in first place at 13 under, tied with Simon Lizotte.
He won the collegiate tournament this year.
He won it this year, yes. Yeah. Okay, and so he was very close to winning it last year.
Okay.
Yeah, so either way, great player, doing great things, tied with Simon at the top. Like I said, a few other players tied up there with the 12 under range, all in striking distance. You're making a good finish to the front 9, putting yourself in good position to maybe do some more of that in the back 9 and maybe have a good round. So is Kyle Klein. Tuomas and Chandler need to get some good birdies here on the back 9 to keep themselves in good contention for a good finish of this tournament. All right, well, that will do it. We are halfway through the event here at the Des Moines Challenge. Check out from the back 9.
Hit the bell.
Yeah, do the bell thing.
Taco Bell. What? It's late. It's 2 a.m.